breaking reports to the Rock Mountain Coast and streaming live in HD worldwide at foxbangor.com. More people choose Good Morning Maine.
Today on Good Morning Maine, a man receives another set of bail conditions after being arrested for domestic violence, after already being out for manslaughter. Plus, organized protests against the Trump administration were held across the state and nation yesterday. We'll hear why. And as we see more snow in the future forecast, we'll check in with a first responder on how important it is to be cleaning it up correctly. Good morning and welcome to Good Morning Maine. I'm Emma Smith and thank you for tuning in this morning. The flu has absolutely just gone through our newsroom like wildfire. My colleague Craig Colson is still out from that. I, this morning, am struggling. I hurt my neck yesterday, so if you see me be a little stiff or, a little not myself, I'm just, we're managing. We're managing. Be patient with your local newscasters this morning is what I'm asking. Okay, on that note though, it's absolutely freezing and it's cold across the country. So let's get a look at that forecast with meteorologist Devin Biggs.
Hey Emma, thank you very much. Happy Tuesday. We have advisories posted across the region. Freezing spray advisories, storm warnings, and gale warnings along the coast. Those will expire today. We also have winter weather advisories off to the north. That's also expiring this morning. There's also a cold weather advisory here and another wind advisory to the south and west. So a lot of these advisories will be dropping today. Meanwhile, temperatures have been rather cold this morning, getting down to the single digits, if not below zero to the north. But across our neck of the woods, so far this morning, we have fallen into the teens. But for now, a quiet start, a little bit of energy moving in from the north. So overall today, I'm thinking a mostly cloudy sky with a few flurries that cannot be ruled out. Further out, let's take a look at the bigger picture. A little bit of snow falling across the northeast, but otherwise most of us across the northeast looking rather quiet this morning. Here are some clouds tracking through today. A few flurries can't be ruled out. The winds remaining gusty. A few more flurries possible later on tonight. As for the gusty winds, they'll be up to about 35 miles per hour today, backing off a little bit during the afternoon period and even overnight too, but still gusting to around 20, maybe 25 miles per hour at times. So around 13 degrees today, mostly cloudy, a few flurries on the way, and that west wind getting up to about 35 miles per hour. Your hourly forecast for the rest of the morning and afternoon period showing a partly to mostly cloudy sky, a few flurries possible with temperatures in the teens. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Emma?
Thank you, Devin. We'll have a look at that full 5-day a little later on. First this morning, police continue their investigation into a crash that killed a pedestrian in Bangor on Saturday night. Bangor Police Sergeant Jason McCambly says 69-year-old Jeffrey Green of Bangor was struck by an SUV that was traveling south on Kenduskeag Avenue near Glenwood Avenue shortly before 7 p.m. He was later pronounced dead at the scene. The driver told police Green appeared in front of him suddenly, and he believed Green was chasing a dog when he was struck by the vehicle. McCambly says the driver is cooperating with police. The case remains under investigation. A man and a woman were arrested on Sunday after a witness reportedly saw him drag her from a car and beat her. On Sunday at about 10 to 9, Holden Police Department responded to the area of Man Hill and Kidder Hill roads after a 911 caller reportedly saw a man drag a woman from the passenger side of a pickup truck, toss her phone, hit her, and drive away, leaving her on the side of the road. The female victim was located and actually arrested for felony violation of conditional release. And 39-year-old Merrill Muncie III of Holden was also later located and taken into custody. He was found to have his right to operate a motor vehicle in Maine revoked for a manslaughter conviction and OUI. For this incident, he has been charged with operating after revocation, which is a felony, and domestic violence assault. He is actually on probation and is out on 3 separate sets of bail conditions. On Saturday, we first told you about how a fire left a family in Unity picking up the pieces, not just from their home, but also their flower business, which had served the community for years. Now that community is rallying around them. Our Callie Warren has more.
Flower shop I grew up in. Mom started it in 1979. A fast-moving fire destroyed Nadine Shediak's childhood home on Depot Street in Unity on Saturday, along with the flower shop her mother started decades ago.
Flowers are personal. They celebrate, they mourn, it's emotion. They're there for people.
Responding firefighters say it was a freak accident caused by the family's kitten.
They have a little kitten who was playing around with cardboard that was on their counter, and it knocked it onto the stove. It appears the cat, when it was jumping down, it turned on the stove.
The family has confirmed both of their cats are all right and no humans were injured in the blaze. The Shediaks say they will rebuild the beloved flower shop.
We just got through a major holiday. We'll get through this.
And an unprecedented amount of community support is helping with those repair costs.
It gives me, like back when I was a kid, the only thing I could say is like September 12th, 2001, right after 9/11, when the entire country was banding together. It's like I'm seeing that again, except in our little, in our little corner of Maine.
A GoFundMe started by community members has already exceeded the initial goal of $10,000.
Depth of my heart. Thank you.
And while that GoFundMe has already proven to be successful, the community is not backing down in their support of the Shediak family. For example, the Unity Union Church is currently gearing up for a benefit lunch on the 23rd. For more information on how to support the Shediak family right now, visit the story on our website. In Unity, Callie Warren, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
A Lemoyne resident is on a mission, to change Maine's OUI law after her partner and their dog were both killed in a car crash last year. Our Jody Hersey sat down with her to learn more about Macy's law for pet justice.
There are currently no laws on the books in Maine that hold a driver accountable for the death of a pet in the event of a motor vehicle accident. Lemoyne resident Lisa McLaughlin is hoping to change that.
I don't want another family to go through what I've been through and find out the hard way when their pet has been killed. The person that should be held accountable will not be.
In April of 2024, McLaughlin's significant other, David Worcester, and the couple's 8-year-old black lab, Macy, were killed in a car accident in Steuben. Losing her partner of 30 years was a tragedy, but then not having her dog Macy around for comfort was a double loss for McLaughlin.
I lost them both, and she was like our empty nest dog. She was like the child we never had together, so she was family.
The other driver, Nicholas Libby of Addison, has been charged with manslaughter, aggravated OUI, and driving to endanger in connection with Worcester's death. The district attorney decided to charge Libby with cruelty to animals for taking the life of Macy. Now McLaughlin is working with Representative Russ White of District 13 to get a bill passed they call Macy's Law for Pet Justice.
It kind of is pretty straightforward, pet justice. I mean, they're family members. They really are, and this is no different in my eyes as to another member of the family being taken due to negligence of somebody else.
White says the current bill will also hold motorists accountable for injuries a pet sustains in an auto accident.
And it doesn't just have to be the death of a pet. So under the verbiage, it looks as though even if there's like severe injuries, that there's compensation for vet bills and things like that. So they're trying to make it all encompassing.
McLaughlin says she hopes this bill will help herself and others to heal.
I'm hoping something good will come of it.
In Bangor, I'm Jody Hersey for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
The Trump administration has fired Maine's top federal prosecutor. The United States Attorney's Office for the District of Maine announced the departure of Darcy McElwee as U.S. Attorney following her termination by the Trump administration. McElwee is a Caribou native and a 1998 graduate of the University of Maine School of Law. She was sworn in as U.S. Attorney for the District of Maine on October 8th of 2021. Former President Joe Biden nominated McElwee to serve in that position in August of that year. Under the Vacancies Reform Act, First Assistant U.S. Attorney Craig Wolf is now acting U.S. Attorney for the District of Maine. Former U.S. Attorney McElwee issued a personal statement following her firing. She said in part, quote, "I am overwhelmed with appreciation and gratitude for the support, talents, integrity, and commitment to the rule of law of my current and former colleagues at the U.S. Attorney's Office and at partner law enforcement agencies across Maine, many of whom I have worked for more than 2 decades. Having the opportunity to pursue justice alongside dedicated professionals has been a truly humbling and rewarding experience. I could not be more proud of the important work we did together for the people of Maine." All right, the time now is 6:10. Coming up next on Good Morning Maine, protests were held across the state and nation yesterday, using the President's Day holiday to protest the current administration. We'll learn why, but before we go, let's take another quick look at that forecast. Mostly cloudy today. We are likely to see a few flurries here and there. Highs are only around 13 degrees, but it will feel a lot colder because of that wind chill. Dropping down to a low of 2 degrees overnight, flurries, wind keeping up. Tomorrow, still breezy, but not as cold. Partly cloudy, some sun shining through. Breezy, high of 24. We'll be right back.
When is my allergy spray gonna kick in?
You need Astapro.
Astapro?
It's faster, bro. 8 times faster than Flonase.
It's faster, bro.
It's faster, bro. It's faster, bro.
It's mom to you.
Astapro starts working in 30 minutes. Astapro and go.
You know what today is? It's Tuesday. But no matter what day of the week, Lowry & Associates is your go-to law firm. If you've been hurt, call us right now.
If you're hurt in an accident, what do you do? Call 222-2222.
Save thousands on your new garage doors during the double rebate event at PDQ Door. Choose from several beautiful Clopay garage doors and get up to a $250 online rebate, and PDQ Door will instantly double it to save you $500. Buy 4 garage doors and get up to $1,000 in rebates, and PDQ Door will instantly double it to save you $2,000. Find a door you adore during our double rebate event for a limited time only.
This is my playpen.
I get that, Your Honor.
Perfect.
Judge Judy never misses a beat.
Weeknights at 5 on ABC7.
A cherished Maine landmark threatened by commercial development is saved.
We're pretty certain there would be support for this project because this mountain really is such a beloved destination and has been for generations.
We'll have the story tonight on ABC7 News at 6.
Welcome back to Good Morning Maine. I'm Emma Smith. Yesterday was President's Day, but some protesters were calling it No King's Day, and we're using the holiday to protest the current administration. Our Augusta reporter Corey Bouchard takes us to one of those protests at the State House.
We are triggered! I'm triggered!
In Augusta, hundreds of people braved the cold and the wind to attend the No Kings protest, happening at the same time as others across the state and country, organized by the 50-51 movement. The protesters spoke out over what they say are President Donald Trump's sweeping executive orders and Elon Musk's involvement in the federal government through DOGE, the Department of Government Efficiency.
The dual task of saving our planet and our democracy seems overwhelming, but the only antidote to despair is action.
The 50-51 movement stands for 50 protests, 50 states, 1 movement. They all previously held similar nationwide protests on February 5th. They hope by coming together in a show of force, their voices will hold more power.
I think it is important for us to remember that all of these things that divide us, all the hate that's being directed towards our trans comrades, towards our immigrant communities, towards all the people that we know and we love, and they belong to our communities, all of that hate serves one purpose. And that one purpose is to keep us divided.
Secretary of State Shenna Bellows, one of the keynote speakers of the protest, continued to share that message of unity.
What's happening in Washington is something unlike we've seen before. But together in this space, with all of you, we are warm. Together in this space, with all of you, we shall overcome. Together in this space,
State House. I'm Corey Bouchard for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
The U.S. Geological Survey says a 2.5 earthquake happened at about 22 miles north of Millinocket just before 9 2 nights ago. It's not the first time Maine people have felt some shaking this year. A magnitude 3.8 earthquake off of the coast of Maine shook parts of the Northeast on January 27th. Residents as far away as Boston felt that rumble. The quake occurred about 6.5 miles southeast of York, according to the U.S. Geological Survey. In other news now, gas prices have gone up slightly. They rose 1 cent per gallon in the last week. According to Gas Buddy's survey of more than 1,200 stations around the state, the average price is now $3.07 a gallon. That's still 14.9 cents lower than a year ago. Patrick DeHaan, head of petroleum analysis for Gas Buddy, says refinery maintenance will soon begin, and with the transition to summer gasoline blends underway, prices are most likely to start rising in the weeks ahead. All right, the time now is 6:15. After the break, extreme weather events across the country continue, with cold temperatures expected to be record-breaking today in the Midwest. We'll learn more, plus we'll have that local forecast coming up on Good Morning Maine.
It's time to start planning that new home or garage you've been thinking about. Hammond Lumber Company is here to help, offering complete building packages with everything you need. With several options on their website and thousands of unique plans in their in-house drawing catalog. Hammond will help you make your dreams a reality. Choose your materials from Hammond's extensive showroom displays, and Hammond will deliver your order from any of the locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Start planning your new home or garage at Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
Ghirardelli Intense Dark. Bold. Rich. Intensely delicious dark chocolate. Ghirardelli Intense Dark makes life a bite better.
The road to the Oscars is heating up the mornings on GMA. The stars, the style, all the inside buzz on Hollywood's biggest night.
We are on the road to the Oscars.
Every morning, the countdown is on. No one does the Oscars like Good Morning America.
Winter is a time to get outside and enjoy all that Maine has to offer. And when it's time to come inside, rest assured everything's toasty because of your Fujitsu heat pump from Valley Home Services. Push a button and you'll be snuggling up on the couch in no time. Valley Home Services offers reliable rebates, significant energy savings, and expert installation. And now save $500 off each indoor unit for all systems installed by April 1st. Embrace the comfort of Fujitsu heat pumps from Valley Home Services. Call or click today.
A new storm is dropping heavy snow in the plains today as the death toll from the flooding during the last storm inches higher. All that and a widespread Arctic outbreak that will be felt by well over 100 million Americans. Here's ABC's Andrew Dimbert.
Overnight, firefighters outside Philadelphia battling this massive warehouse fire as feel-like temperatures dipped into the teens. The winds may be easing today, but temperatures are not. Record cold is possible in the upper Midwest and plains, wind chills plunging to 60 below. Farther south, snow today from Oklahoma and Arkansas to flood-stricken Kentucky days after historic flooding. At least 12 storm-related deaths are now confirmed in Kentucky alone. Meanwhile, in Detroit, icy water flooded several city blocks after a water main burst open.
It just kept rising, like it flooded our basements, knocked our furnaces out, flooded our backyards. We can't do anything, can't go anywhere.
Several feet of frozen water surrounding homes and vehicles. More than 75 people had to be brought to safety, many of them children. One mother said the water was rushing up to her children's beds. Andrew Dimbert, ABC News, New York.
All right, the time now is 6:20, and it's time to get a look at that forecast with meteorologist Devin Biggs.
Hey, Emma, thank you very much. A lot of advisories up at the moment with freezing spray advisories, storm warnings, gale warnings along the coast. A lot of those will be expiring today. Cold weather advisories and winter weather advisories to the north will also be losing those today. While in other spots, though, again, wind advisories, that will also be expiring later on today. Wave heights rather active right now at around 5 to 10 feet according to the buoys. Look at this one at around 23 feet, so the ocean definitely not in a good mood this morning. Meanwhile, Meanwhile, on land, we have clouds tracking in from the north to the south. It's rather windy out there, too. A few flurries not out of the question today and also in the parts of tonight. Otherwise, the northeast looking quiet, maybe a little bit of lake effect still in a few areas, but otherwise just a little bit of still across parts of the Midwest. Otherwise, we're looking rather quiet moving forward at the moment. But for us, we'll be under a mostly cloudy sky moving forward today. A few flurries can't be ruled out. Gusty winds we'll have to watch for as well. Later on tonight, we'll have clouds passing through. A few flurries can't be ruled out yet again. Throughout Wednesday, we'll lose the flurries, just a mixture of clouds and maybe some sunshine later on. We'll clear things out of here for the most part, partly cloudy as we head towards Wednesday night and the parts of Thursday morning. Gusty winds today will reach up to about 35 miles per hour. And today, backing off to about 20 to 25 miles per hour overnight as we head towards tomorrow. Still some gusty winds up to 20 to 25 miles per hour that we will be watching out for. So far, temperatures they have fallen into the single digits farther off to the north, even one below across Clayton Lake. But in our neck of the woods, we have fallen so far into the teens this morning. Otherwise, our average high temperature is 32 degrees. We'll be well below that today in the lower teens, but gradually warming up with mid-20s Wednesday, 20s and 30s Thursday, Friday, also near Saturday. We're back in the mid-30s Sunday, even upper 30s as we head towards your Monday. So for today, we have lower teens, mostly cloudy, a few flurries out there, and that west wind getting up to about 35 miles per hour at times. Tonight, 2 degrees, mostly cloudy, a few flurries out there, and that west wind getting up to about 25 miles per hour. Tomorrow, 24 degrees, partly cloudy and breezy out there. Northwest wind gusting up to about 20 miles per hour. Let's check out your extended forecast. Thursday will be under a mostly cloudy sky with temperatures overall in the lower 30s. Friday, partly cloudy with highs in the upper 20s. Upper 20s again for your Saturday under a mostly sunny sky.
The Farmer's Table in Corinna brings you outstanding breakfasts, lunches, and dinners made from farm-grown fresh ingredients. Dinner specials are available every day. Enjoy our homemade desserts, and above all, bring your appetite to the Farmer's Table in Corinna.
We've got an all-new game with a new way to play. It's Cash Pop from the main lottery. You just pick one number from 1 to 15. If your number's drawn, you win. Just like that, with cash prizes up to $2,500 and 5 drawings every day. You gotta make it pop with Cash Pop.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
Brandywine Graphics makes it easy. We are the top source for screen printing, embroidery, branded merchandise, and direct-to-garment printing. With 25 years experience, state-of-the-art equipment, and a commitment to excellence, why trust your apparel products with anyone else? And now, Brandywine Graphics can easily launch online stores for your school or organization. Simply design your products from brands like Eddie Bauer, Carhartt, and more. Share the link and we'll do the rest. Like we said, Brandywine Graphics makes it easy. Find out more at brandywinegraphics.com or at our Hamden location. The Farmer's Table in Corinna brings you outstanding breakfasts, lunches, and dinners made from farm-grown fresh ingredients. Dinner specials are available every day. Enjoy our homemade desserts, and above all, bring your appetite to the Farmer's Table in Corinna.
There's one number you need to know. It's called Joe.
As widespread firings continue across government-wide, the White House is on the defensive after Elon Musk's team requested access to the system that contains the tax filings and bank statements of millions of Americans. Nicole D'Antonio is in Washington with the details.
This morning, a top official at the Social Security Administration steps down after clashing with the Department of Government Efficiency over access to personal records, two sources told ABC News. ABC News has learned Elon Musk's team requested access to an IRS system that contains the personal information of millions of Americans, including their tax filings and bank statements. Top administration officials insist this does not mean Musk and his team will go through private tax returns of individuals.
I can give absolute 100% insurance. I give you complete and total assurance on that point.
Now, questions are swirling over who actually runs Doge. In a new court filing, the White House clarifies that Elon Musk is not the administrator, but did not say who is. A judge is considering whether to block Doge from firing government employees and accessing data from certain departments. A ruling is expected as soon as today. Meanwhile, a federal judge in Washington has temporarily denied an attempt to block Doge from accessing sensitive student loan data at the Department of Education.
13-13-6-7.
Hundreds of recently hired employees at the FAA have now been fired just weeks after that deadly crash at Washington's Reagan Airport. And sources at the IRS say 15,000 workers have been identified for possible termination.
We call it layoffs sometimes, but that's not what it is. It's an illegal firing. And, it's just not credible to say that thousands of people were determined to fall short of expectations.
The firings impacted more than a dozen agencies, including the Department of Homeland Security, Veterans Affairs, and the CDC. Nicole D'Antonio, ABC News, Washington.
An investigation into its early stages, into exactly what caused a Delta flight crash, a Delta Flight 2 crash land on a runway in Canada, on Monday afternoon. The plane ended up upside down after an attempt to land apparently went haywire. Fox's Kevin Uretsky has the latest.
Frightening moments on board a Delta flight Monday in Canada. Emergency responders on the tarmac at Toronto Pearson Airport, where the plane crash landed on the runway. The plane seen flipped upside down, with its wings apparently sheared off.
This airplane just crashed at 23.
The aircraft, identified as a Mitsubishi CRJ-900LR operated by Delta, took off from Minneapolis Monday afternoon. All 80 people on board were evacuated after the crash. Officials say, incredibly, there was no loss of life, hailing first responders for getting to the scene quickly.
Airport emergency workers mounted a textbook response, reaching the site within minutes and quickly evacuating the passengers. There were no fatalities.
18 injured passengers have been transported to the local area hospitals. We had one additional passenger recently transported to a hospital.
While no official cause has been given for the crash, conditions on the ground were far from ideal. A winter storm hit Toronto over the weekend. Blowing snow and wind gusts up to 40 miles per hour were reported on Monday.
Out of the aircraft, there's upside down and burning.
The airport's social media accounts had posted earlier on Monday that they were expecting a busy day, hoping to catch up after the weekend's delays. Monday's incident is the latest in a string of deadly and concerning aviation accidents across North America. The Transportation Safety Board of Canada will lead the investigation into what happened. Kevin Uretsky, Fox News.
Earlier this month, President Donald Trump shocked lawmakers and the media by saying he wants the U.S. to take over Gaza after the war between Israel and Hamas ends. Israel's prime minister seems to be on board. But Arab states are scrambling to come up with another plan. Fox News correspondent Rebecca Castor has the latest from Washington.
A burned-out car is all that remains after an Israeli drone strike took out a Hamas military commander in southern Lebanon on Monday, a sign that tensions between Israel and the militant group are still high.
My dear friend Marco.
But on Sunday, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu was all smiles, welcoming Secretary of State Marco Rubio, grateful for the U.S. support.
President Trump is the greatest friend that Israel has ever had in the White House.
The high praise comes just 2 weeks after President Trump said he wants the U.S. to take over Gaza after the war to help rebuild it. His plan also calls for relocating Palestinians to other Arab states.
I will work with Israel to find countries that would host Palestinians if they choose to leave. But we're not talking about a forced exodus.
In Tel Aviv Monday, a bipartisan group of senators agreed that Hamas should no longer control Gaza, but they disagree on what's next.
My view is that the Trump plan is a non-plan. It's a hot mess. The possibility of takeover by the United States is a non-starter.
I believe that ultimately the way to a lasting peace
will require 2 states.
Secretary Rubio met with Saudi Arabia's Crown Prince Monday to discuss Gaza, among other issues. Several Arab states are expected to present alternative reconstruction plans in the coming weeks. Many experts believe any Arab plans for Gaza will likely include a 2-state solution. In Washington, Rebecca Castor, Fox News.
Now is 6:30. Coming up on the second half of the newscast, all the latest from Hollywood in our Showbiz segment as Good Morning Maine continues.
It is tournament time, and ABC7 is your home for tournament coverage. Watch ABC7 News at 6 and 11 for all your highlights and interviews as our high school teams go for that gold ball. And get the latest high school bracket information at WVII.com.
Brought to you by Coastal Auto Parts, your local Napa Auto Parts dealer with 30 locations, owned and operated by a Maine family that cares. And Dorsey Furniture, Route 1A Holden, great quality furniture and Bangor's largest in-stock mattress selection. Free statewide delivery.
Hi, this is Jim with Lowry & Associates.
Some guy slid across the center line and hit my daughter. The cop said the guy was driving way too fast for the snowy conditions.
I'm so sorry you guys are going through this. Is your daughter okay?
She just had surgery yesterday. Is there any way you can come meet us at the hospital?
Absolutely. I can meet you at the hospital right now.
Lowry & Associates came to the hospital and settled my daughter's case for $250,000.
I'm Jim with Lowry & Associates. Call us. We win for you.
Tanning season is here, and Gold Star Cleaners is the place to tan with over 25 years experience in the industry. Did you know all tanning packages don't expire for 2 full years? And no membership is required. Gold Star Cleaners doesn't upcharge. Tan in any bed or booth, and it's the same price. And we give every customer free Winkies for the best eye care protection in the industry.
February special. Buy 5 visits or more and be automatically entered to win 6 months of free tanning. And don't forget our Valentine's bag deals, a perfect gift.
Whether you can pinpoint the problem or can't quite put your finger on it, the friendly professionals from Coastal Auto Parts can help point you in the right direction. With Maine's largest network of parts, you can trust your vehicle will have what it needs to get you to the moments that matter most. Because Napa knows the keys to a winning team. And with 30 locations in Maine, Coastal Auto Parts helps keep our communities running. Team up together with the fuel that keeps us firing on all cylinders. Coastal Auto Parts is owned and operated by a Maine family that cares.
You're watching ABC7 Bangor.
Welcome back to Good Morning Maine. I'm Emma Smith, and today is Tuesday, February 18th, 2025. And today is National Pluto Day, because on this day in 1930, using a 13-inch telescope at the Lowell Observatory in Flagstaff, Arizona, 24-year-old Clyde Tombaugh discovered the dwarf planet. Clyde had no formal training in astronomy, just a good eye. All right, now for some other moments in history. On this day in 1885, Mark Twain published The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn in the United States. In 1968, British guitarist David Gilmour joined the rock group Pink Floyd. 2 years later, in 1970, President Richard Nixon launched the Nixon Doctrine. In 1986, the first anti-smoking ads aired on TV, featuring actor Yul Brynner, who died of lung cancer the previous year. And in 2001, at the 43rd Daytona 500, Michael Waltrip won the tragic race, the last lap claiming the life of Dale Earnhardt, prompting the sport to implement new safety procedures. And for birthdays today, we have Yoko Ono. She is 92 years old today. Dr. Dre is 60 years old, and John Travolta is 71 years old today. So happy birthday to them. All right, moving on. It's pretty chilly today, so let's get a look at that forecast with meteorologist Devin Biggs.
Hey, Emma, thank you very much. Happy Tuesday. We have advisories posted across the region. Freezing spray advisories, storm warnings, and gale warnings along the coast. Those will expire today. We also have winter weather advisories off to the north. That's also expiring this morning. There's also a cold weather advisory here and another wind advisory to the south and west. So a lot of these advisories will be dropping today. Meanwhile, temperatures have been rather cold this morning, getting down to the single digits, if not below 0 to the north. But across our neck of the woods, so far this morning, we have fallen into the teens. But for now, a quiet start, a little bit of energy moving in from the north. So overall today, I'm thinking a mostly cloudy sky with a few flurries that cannot be ruled out. Farther out, let's take a look at the bigger picture. A little bit of snow falling across the northeast, but otherwise most of us across the northeast looking rather quiet this morning. Here are some clouds tracking through today. A few flurries can't be ruled out. The winds remaining gusty. A few more flurries possible later on tonight. As for the gusty winds, they'll be up to about 35 miles per hour today, backing off a little bit during the afternoon period and even overnight too, but still gusting to around 20, maybe 25 miles per hour at times. So around 13 degrees today, mostly cloudy, a few flurries on the way, and that west wind getting up to about 35 miles per hour. Your hourly forecast for the rest of the morning and afternoon period showing a partly to mostly cloudy sky, a few flurries possible with temperatures in the teens. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Emma?
And hey, is it time to get a look at that showbiz segment? I think that's what we're doing right now. Here's the latest with ABC's Zareen Shah.
They not like us. No, they not like us. No, they not like us. What?
Kendrick Lamar's Super Bowl halftime show a boost for the rapper. 3 of his releases now among the Billboard 200 chart's top 10. Lamar, the first living male artist with at least 3 albums there since Herb Alpert in 1966. Harvey Weinstein is suing his brother, among others. The disgraced movie mogul alleges Bob Weinstein conspired to push him out of the Paris company, setting the stage for his ultimate downfall. Weinstein's awaiting retrial for rape and sexual assault charges. Universal Pictures confirms Matt Damon will play Odysseus in Christopher Nolan's film The Odyssey. The star-studded movie set to hit theaters July 2026. Katie Thurston, star of The Bachelorette's 17th season, has breast cancer. Thurston posting that she's felt despair, anger, sadness, denial, but then strength and purpose. And happy birthday to actor John Travolta. He's 71 today. That's what's happening in Hollywood. Zoreen Shah, ABC News.
And right after the break, Tyler Cruz will have our sports updates, full of basketball tournament highlights. We'll be right back.
Looking for a place the whole family will love? Gilmore's Restaurant has something for everyone. From legendary boneless wings to weekly specials and refreshing drinks, we're your neighborhood favorite. Whether it's family dinner or a night out, Gilmore's Restaurant is where memories are made. Family friendly and flavor packed, visit us today.
You know what today is? It's Tuesday. But no matter what day of the week, Lowry & Associates is your go-to law firm. If you've been hurt, call us right now.
If you're hurt in an accident, what do? Call 222-2222.
Hank's Husqvarna is your trusted full-line Husqvarna dealer, offering you everything you need for your outdoor projects. From high-performance lawn tractors and zero-turn mowers to chainsaws, trimmers, battery-powered and powerful snow blowers, we have just what you need. Every piece of equipment is fully set up, serviced, and ready for use by our certified Husqvarna technician. And all sales are backed by our in-house Husqvarna warranty. For parts, service, or new equipment sales, make your way to Hank's Husqvarna in Carmel or Newport.
Dedication, teamwork, and passion drives you on the court. Coastal Auto Parts, 30 locations in Maine, will get you to the moment that matters. It's tourney time. Let's get up and go.
Looking for a place the whole family will love? Gilmore's Restaurant has something for everyone. From legendary boneless wings to weekly specials and refreshing drinks, we're your neighborhood favorite. Whether it's family dinner or a night out, Gilmore's Restaurant is where memories are made. Family friendly and flavor packed, visit us today.
Hey, good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Good morning, America. Every day of your life.
Welcome in to Fast Break Tournament Edition, brought to you by Dorsey Furniture and Coastal Auto Parts, your local Napa Auto Parts dealer. Welcome back into Fast Break Extended. Tyler Cruz here, brought to you by Coastal Auto Parts and Dorsey Furniture. Day 3 of the Maine High School basketball tournament is in the books, and I'm here for all the highlights from the Cross Center. So let's get this party started. We'll head to the 9 a.m. matchup between the Shed Tigers and the Skank Wolverines. The action kicked off, like we said, at 9, bright and early Monday morning, with the 5th seed Shed taking on 4th seed Skank. We'll pick it up in the second quarter. Danica Howes feeds Adriana Fenderson. Nice Euro step from Adriana and lays it in to give Shed a 1-point lead. Under a minute left in the half, Addison Freeman on the fast break. She lays it in. The Wolverines have a 1-point lead. Fourth quarter now, Wolverines up 4. Abigail Hutchins, a nice bounce pass to Mallory Brown. She gets her own rebound and puts it back up. Skank wins it 33-28. They advance to the semifinals.
Oh, it feels amazing. I'm so happy. All my teammates, we're all just so happy right now. So thankful.
All right, now who will they face in the semis? Will it be the 8th seed Southern Aroostook reigning champs or the top seed Bangor Christian? Second quarter, Bangor Christian swinging it around the horn until 8th grader Maris Kowalski nails the mid-range jumper from the corner. Other end now, Hannah McGarry drives to the lane and lays it up and in. The 8th seed Warriors take a 2-point lead into halftime. Third quarter now, Rivers Bradford throws it ahead to Lindsay Durust, who drives in and puts it up to tie the game. It would be all Patriots from there too. Durust again, she drains the 3-point jumper. Bangor Christian wins 33-21.
I'm amazing. I think it's been 20-something years maybe, just making our mark here.
To the Class D boys now. Winners stay on. 5-seed Lee Academy taking on 4-seed Bangor Christian. We skip ahead all the way to the fourth quarter. Under 3 minutes left. Elliot Straubel pulls it from the wing. He likes that spot. Hit one from there last year. Ties it up at 42. But the Pandas would respond. Jackson Sabatis takes it all the way to the hoop. What a move. That gives Lee a 4-point lead. Under a minute to go. Massive Aiden Stutheit offensive rebound finds Rajon Reed, who buries the triple to tie it up. He would later hit a free throw and send it into overtime. In overtime, it's Reed. Gets his own rebound here on the floater. Gives his team a 2-point lead. Shortly after, still up 2. Reed turns it over, but look at him. Watch him following the play. Gets the block on the layup to save the game. What a play by the sophomore. BCS advances to the semis by a score of 52-48.
I just got to step up and make big plays. I had a turnover, so I had to make up for it.
Will there be a rematch of the Class D North Finals from a year ago? Owen Wyman and the Skank Wolverines hope so. Southern Aroostook, not so much. Right off the tip, Skank gets on the board. Wyman hits Gavin Gagne, and he finishes the layup to start the game. Here come the Warriors, though. Ethan Collier gets to his spot, rises up, and hits the J, keeping his team in it. 3-point game now. Second half, Richard Chambers on the wing. He pulls a 3. This thing is all tied up. Here come the Wolverines now. Braden Osborne, nice pass down low to Wyman. He finishes through the foul. End of the quarter, Gage Brown rises up and gets hit and gets it to go. Wolverines pull away in the fourth, 49-39.
I struggle offensively, but my team picked me up and we just rebounded the ball a little bit better and just started putting it away. So picked up the intensity on defense a lot more too.
All right, let's check those brackets. That leaves us with D's matchup in D girls. Bangor Christian plays Skank at 11:30 on Wednesday. That game is right after Wisdom plays the Panthers of Central Aroostook. And for Class D boys, Katahdin and Central Aroostook battle first on Thursday morning, followed by the rematch of last year's regional final, Bangor Christian and Skank. All right, should be some fun semis matchups. The Class D quarters are all set, but that didn't stop the action on Monday. Let's go to the evening session. It's Class C's turn on the floor, kicking off with the girls' quarterfinals. Reigning state champs from Dexter as the 6th seed coming in to take on Fort Kent. First half Warriors on the fast break. Amari Weaver fires a bounce pass to a cutting Lily Wernkin. She gets the reverse layup to fall. Tigers now. Desiree Adams swings it out to Callie Stone in the corner, catches and shoots the triple and gets it to go. Dexter up at half. Second half now. Warriors fighting. Lily Oliver taking it up, stops and pops with room and buries it, but the Tigers in control. Abby Corson showing off the handles, gets into the lane. What a pass to Desiree Adams. Dexter goes on to win. 29-18 is the final.
There was a little bit of jitters because we have a lot of inexperienced players. Like Des and I have played on this court before, but not many other people. And I think it's good playing a team that we never played before because we play really intense defense, and I think that helps us because they don't know how we guard.
All right, moving on, who will meet the reigning state champs in the semis on Thursday? Mattanock Academy looking to advance over number 7, Machias. First half, here come the Bulldogs. Felicity Kelly sends the bounce pass inside to Layla Wright. She floats it up with the left, and it falls through. Building an early lead, Megan House has it, gives it back, and gets it back, buries the 3-pointer. Second half, more from the Lynx. House to Lily Watton, floats it up to Addison Sear. She gets it to go. Lynx keep piling on that lead, and they run the fast break to perfection right here. Sear with the steal, ahead to Juliana Klauke. It ends up with House, no dribbles needed. Lynx go on to win 74-33.
We've played on this court a couple times through years, and yes, especially these upperclassmen, I see the confidence growing, especially in myself. And once we get going and we get out in transition, it really helps and our confidence grows, and when that grows, things usually end up working out for us.
And finally, time for the Class C boys. First up, 6 seed Dexter. The Tigers have 2 upsets. They're taking on the Madawaska Owls. First half, tight game. Quinn Pelletier, the 8th grader, kicks to Sam Tebow. Look out! He rises up and slams it home. 8th grader to senior connection. Pelletier now getting going himself, fighting through the teeth of the defense. He gets it up and in for 2. Tigers keeping it close, though. Bryce Cooper has it. What a move. Says, I'll take it myself. Skips through the defense and banks home the layup. Tigers down 2 at the half. They tied it in the third, ahead to the fourth, down 4, but this Bryce Cooper fast break layup brings them within 2. Owls on the break now. Pelletier bounce pass again to Tebow again. Look out below. Last chance for the Tigers in a 2-point game. That comes up short. 54-52 is the final. And finally, for the last game of the night on Monday at the Cross Center, the 2-seed Machias Bulldogs taking on the 7-seed Calais Blue Devils. Micah Smith has it. He finds Noah White, who lays it in to open the scoring for Calais. On the other end, some quick passes, finds Caden Carter, who pumps and then lays it up and in to tie the game. Oliver Clark now gets the bucket and the foul for Calais. Nice pass there to get it to him. Devils up 2. Dallas Richardson on the break for the Bulldogs. He takes it himself and gets to the bucket. This one goes to overtime. It ends at about 10:30. Calais wins 48-47. All right, let's roll those updated brackets. Once again, Dexter gets to the semifinals, and once again, Mattanock does too in Class C girls. They'll go at it Thursday. Tomorrow, Penobscot Valley plays Central, while Mount View plays Calais. For the boys, Madawaska moves on after that thriller. Calais will play them in the semifinals, and then we have Mattanock and Mount View, as well as Hodgdon and Fort Kent tomorrow. That is all the time we have for sports. We'll be right back after the break.
He lose his shirt?
I've never seen anybody lose their shirt.
I guess deny and delay didn't work today. Now look at him.
Who's the law firm?
The law offices of Joe Bornstein.
If you've been injured in an accident, call Joe. The law offices of Joe Bornstein. Maine lawyers working for Maine people.
Tell the insurance company you mean business.
Whether you can pinpoint the problem or can't quite put your finger on it, the friendly professionals from Coastal Auto Parts can help point you in the right direction with Maine's largest network of parts. You can trust your vehicle will have what it needs to get you to the moments that matter most. Because Napa knows the keys to a winning team. And with 30 locations in Maine, Coastal Auto Parts helps keep our communities running. Team up together with the fuel that keeps us firing on all cylinders. Coastal Auto Parts is owned and operated by a Maine family that cares.
You come alive in the dead of winter and start work early on snow days, because snowed in is not an option. The Kubota Snow lineup of compact tractors, RTVs, and versatile attachments are built to move, plow, blow, and thrive in the winter. So when the snow falls, you could rise to meet it. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment for 0 down, 0% APR for up to 84 months, plus save up to $300.
Available at Doors Equipment, 1468 Outer Hammond Street, Bangor.
Egg prices continue to soar, Starbucks sustainability efforts, and the weekend box office report. Fox's CJ Papa has those stories on today's Fox Business Briefs.
Continued sticker shock at grocery stores around the country as egg prices are at a record high. The latest Consumer Price Index shows the average price of a dozen eggs will now run you $4.95. That number surpassing the previous record of $4.82 set 2 years ago. And it's more than double the low of $2.04 set in August 2023. The bird flu outbreak that began in 2022 is to blame.
I'm a big egg eater, so it kind of hits our pocket a little more. It's not only the price that goes up, but also the scarcity of them.
Starbucks continues its sustainability efforts. The coffee chain is replacing the plastic cups that hold cold drinks with more compostable options. The new compostable cups are made from fiber-based paperboard with a bioplastic lining. And unlike the clear plastic cups, these are opaque and have a texture similar to the cups used for their hot drinks. The rollout is starting in select locations in 14 states. Starbucks has said they aim to make all of their packaging reusable, recyclable, or compostable for 2030. Captain America: Brave New World soars to the top of the box office. The latest Marvel flick bringing in $88.5 million over the holiday weekend, the biggest opening weekend so far in 2025. The studio expects Captain America: Brave New World to hit $100 million domestically and $192.4 million globally by the end of President's Day.
Since when were they red?
You want me? Come and get me! CJ Papa, Fox News.
And as we all dig out from under this weekend's storm, first responders say if you don't do it properly, it could cost you. Our Alex Schley has details.
As the latest round of snow moves out, officials remind residents to keep safety in mind when cleaning up, starting with removing snow from vehicles.
It's not that difficult to get the snow off your car. And a couple quick swipes, get the worst of it, just so stuff doesn't fall down over your windshield, so it doesn't blow off and hit the car behind you on the way down the interstate.
Drivers failing to clear snow off their vehicles became such a safety concern that in 2023, Maine lawmakers took action, passing a law requiring motorists to impart, quote, take reasonable measures to prevent snow or ice from falling off their vehicles while operating on a public roadway. And ignoring the law could cost you, with fines up to $250.
If we're going to get out of the car to write you for that, you're probably going to get the ticket, because if we got to suffer through it, well.
But it's not just cars that residents need to worry about. First responders also urge homeowners to pay attention to snow and ice buildup on top of their home.
Well, if you start to see ice building up on the edge of your roof, it's a good idea to get get the edge of it raked back with a roof rake, a couple feet of snow pulled off the edge. That allows the water to run off the edge.
Captain Dorr also asked residents to clear snow around nearby fire hydrants if they're able.
There are over 400 hydrants just here in the city of Brewer, so it takes a long time to get around and get them all cleaned out. If we pull up to a house that's on fire and we have to dig through a 5 or 8 foot snowbank to try to find the fire hydrant with a small shovel, that takes up valuable minutes that we could be using to fight the fire.
In Bangor, I'm Alex Schley for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
And here's meteorologist Devin Biggs with our full weather forecast.
Hey, Emma, thank you very much. A lot of advisories up at the moment with freezing spray advisories, storm warnings, gale warnings along the coast. A lot of those will be expiring today. Cold weather advisories and winter weather advisories to the north will also be losing those today. While in other spots, though, again, wind advisories, that will also be expiring later on today. Wave heights rather active right now at around 5 to 10 feet according to the buoys. Look at this one at around 23 feet, so the ocean definitely not in a good mood this morning. Meanwhile, on land, we have clouds tracking in from the north to the south. It's rather windy out there, too. A few flurries not out of the question today and also in the parts of tonight. Otherwise, the northeast looking quiet. Maybe a little bit of lake effect still in a few areas, but otherwise just a little bit of snow across parts of the Midwest. Otherwise, we're looking rather quiet moving forward at the moment. But for us, we'll be under a mostly cloudy sky moving forward today. A few flurries can't be ruled out. Gusty winds we'll have to watch for as well. Later on tonight, we'll have clouds passing through. A few flurries can't be ruled out yet again. Throughout Wednesday, we'll lose the flurries, just a mixture of clouds and maybe some sunshine later on. We'll clear things out of here for the most part, partly cloudy as we head towards Wednesday night and the parts of Thursday morning. Gusty winds today will reach up to about 35 miles per hour today, backing off to about 20 to 25 miles per hour overnight as we head towards tomorrow. Still some gusty winds up to 20 to 25 miles per hour that we will be watching out for. So far, temperatures they have fallen into the single digits farther off to the north, even one below across Clayton Lake, but in our neck of the woods, we have fallen so far into the teens this morning. Otherwise, our average high temperature is 32 degrees. We'll be well below that today in the lower teens, but gradually warming up with mid-20s Wednesday, 20s and 30s Thursday, Friday, also near Saturday. We're back in the mid-30s Sunday, even upper 30s as we head towards your Monday. So for today, we have lower teens, mostly cloudy, a few flurries out there, and that west wind getting up to about 35 miles per hour at times. Tonight, 2 degrees, mostly cloudy, a few flurries out there, and that west wind getting up to about 25 miles per hour. Tomorrow, 24 degrees, partly cloudy and breezy out there. Northwest wind gusting up to about 20 miles per hour. Let's check out your extended forecast. Thursday will be under a mostly cloudy sky with temperatures overall in the lower 30s. Friday, partly cloudy with highs in the upper 20s. Upper 20s again for your Saturday under a mostly sunny sky.
Save thousands on your new garage doors during the double rebate event at PDQ Door. Choose from several beautiful Clopay garage doors and get up to a $250 online rebate, and PDQ Door will instantly double it to save you $500. Buy 4 garage doors and get up to $1,000 in rebates, and PDQ Door will instantly double it to save you $2,000. Find a door you adore during our double rebate event for a limited time only.
Does your dream kitchen look like this? Or this? Or maybe you need a little more inspiration. Get it when you explore the complete in-store showroom displays at Hammond Lumber Company. When you find the look you like, the Hammond team will help you customize it, including accurate 3D renderings, so you can visualize your project before the work begins. Hammond offers delivery from any of the locations across Maine and New Hampshire and professional service after the sale. Your dream kitchen begins when you bring your vision to Hammond Lumber Company.
We've got a 100-year-old company here, and it's because of the service, the quality, and the experience. It gets done right.
I think we've been doing it for so long. The only thing that we do, that when we walk into a room, we automatically know how to treat that window. We can take any product that the customer's looking for and make it work in just about any situation that they present us with. So
there's no reason to be overwhelmed.
No.
We can help you through it.
We're not going anywhere. We've been around for 100 years.
Frisky's World.
Come on, let's explore.
That's made with real salmon.
Look what I found. Little soups for cats.
There's the delicious taste of tuna we treasure.
Definitely coming back tomorrow.
Friskies, always more to explore.
Let's get this done.
Being a cop is stressful. Every year on the job is different. You never really stop being a rookie.
Work smarter, not harder.
Cancer is appearing at younger ages and in more women than ever before, according to a new report on cancer trends. With more, here's ABC News' Jacqueline Lee.
For the first time in years, men and women now have nearly the same cancer risk, a shift driven by a rise in cancer cases among women under 50. According to the 2025 report from the American Cancer Society, cancer diagnoses in younger adults are increasing at a steady rate. Overall, people under 65 are seeing cancer rates climb between 1% to 3% compared to older adults, challenging the long-held belief that cancer is primarily a disease of aging. Experts point to lifestyle factors as ways to reduce risk. Staying active, limiting alcohol, and keeping up with recommended vaccinations can all help lower the chance of developing cancer. They also stress the importance of knowing your family history. Talking to your doctor about relatives who have had cancer can help determine when and how often you should be screened. Early detection can make a critical difference in outcomes too, so being proactive about your health matters. With this Medical Minute, I'm Jacqueline Lee.
All right, and it looks like we are running out of time. If you missed anything, you can head to foxbangor.com. We'll start a renewed hour of Good Morning Maine, of course, next on Fox 22. I hope you have a lovely Tuesday.
Farmer's Table in Corinna brings you outstanding breakfasts, lunches, and dinners made from farm-grown fresh ingredients. Dinner specials are available every day. Enjoy our homemade desserts and above
from the 80s and games from the 90s. Plus, we have the largest selection of indie arcade games in the country, along with 9-hole blacklight mini golf. We also have a brand new birthday party room. Hey, we have it all. Come on up to Orono and experience one of the most unique family entertainment centers in Maine.
Twin City Tire and Service in Brewer would like to congratulate the boys and girls basketball teams on having an outstanding season. Hanlon's Marine wants to congratulate all of the teams that made it to the tournament this year and wish them luck going forward. Maine Paving wants to congratulate all the teams on their hard work and dedication this season.
Hey
Hanks Husqvarna is your trusted full-line Husqvarna dealer, offering you everything you need for your outdoor projects. From high-performance lawn tractors and zero-turn mowers to chainsaws, trimmers, battery-powered and powerful snowblowers, we have just what you need. Every piece of equipment is fully set up, serviced, and ready for use by our certified Husqvarna technician. And all sales are backed by our in-house Husqvarna warranty. For parts, service, or new equipment sales, make your way to Hanks Husqvarna in Carmel or Newport.
The game's biggest star looks to shine on basketball's biggest stage. As freshman phenom and player of the year favorite, Cooper Flagg leads third-ranked Duke.
This guy's worth the hype. One-punch man.
While the Fighting Illini look to shock the nation.
Big-time ball.
Coverage begins Saturday at 7 Eastern on Fox Primetime Hoops.
You're watching Fox 22, Bangor. From the Great Northwoods to the Rockbound Coast and streaming live in HD worldwide at foxbangor.com. More people choose Good Morning Maine.
Today on Good Morning Maine, a man receives another set of bail conditions after being arrested for domestic violence, after being already out for manslaughter. Plus, organized protests against the Trump administration were held across the state and nation yesterday. We'll hear why. And as we see more snow in the future forecast, we'll check in with a first responder on how important it is to be cleaning it up correctly. Good morning and welcome to Good Morning Maine. I'm Emma Smith and thank you for tuning in this morning. My colleague Craig Colson has been down for the count with the flu for a little while now. It is definitely that time of year. I hurt my neck yesterday and I'm kind of stiff this morning. If you see me moving like this, it is because I'm struggling. So what